Hi, I'm Roy, and I'm going to show you how to cut some art glass. This particular glass is hand rolled, and so it has an irregular surface on it, and sometimes people find that a little intimidating when they're cutting it. You can see up along this edge how we have the actual rolled edge of the sheet of glass. Because of that, the glass has a slightly irregular surface, and sometimes that makes them a little more difficult to cut. But I'm going to show you a couple of tricks to make it hopefully a little easier. I've got some different glasses here on the table. These are just made by a variety of different manufacturers: Bullseye, Yakagani, Uroboros, and I'm going to be using a pencil-style glass cutter to show you this. I brought in a pistol grip. If you're used to using this type, they both work just equally well. The thing that we have to sort of remember about cutting art glass is that, again, because of the irregular surface, that you want to slow down a little bit and let the cutter kind of just roll across the surface of the glass. You don't want to speed it up too much. So I'm going to cut this piece in half real quick, just using a what's called a glass square, just so I get a nice straight edge here. I'm going to push, you'll notice, with the glass cutter. And again, the thing is that if you run into any little bumps or dips, or sometimes you might run into like an air bubble that's on the surface, and the tendency is just to stop, and let your glass cutter stop. But you want to just continually rolling with it. With these hand-rolled glasses, it's important that you apply even pressure with the score, and I think that's probably the most challenging thing for people when they're first trying to cut the glass. But you should be able to get a nice even score on that, and you can see that even on this one. You see how it broke a little irregular along this back edge, and we expect that sometimes from the hand-rolleds. And again, a lot of it is just because of how the irregular surface is. But these are, I'm going to cut a piece of Yakagani real quick just to show you some of the differences in the glasses. And again, you'll notice that when I'm cutting, I'm kind of pushing when I go. And I feel that this gives me just a little bit better control over the glass cutter. So I'm going to roll across, and on this one I'll do a nice gentle curve to show you something different. And again, it's probably hard to tell, but the glass cutter is hitting all these little air bubbles on the surface. But it's important just to keep going smoothly and let the cutter roll along as you go. I'm going to break this with a pair of running pliers. And I'm not sure how well you could hear that pop in the glass. I got the break started on that one side, and just to ensure that I get a little nicer break, I'm going to come over to the other side of the glass with the running pliers and squeeze those and get that piece to break out. So again, the key, I think, to these art glasses is just to take your time, slow down a little bit with the glass cutter, and don't be afraid to give it a try and see how it works.